I went tight and cold. We never talked about Dallas or Johnny. You'd like that, wouldn't you? You'd like me to just get out. Well, it's not that easy, is it, Soda? But when I looked at Soda, I stopped. His face was white, and when he looked, his eyes were wide with a painted expression. I suddenly remembered Curly Shepard's face when he slipped off the telephone pole and broke his arm. Don't. Oh, you guys, you can't. Why can't you? He jumped up suddenly and bolted out the door. Derry and I were struck dumb. Derry picked up an envelope that Soda had dropped. It was the letter he wrote Sandy. Derry said without expression, returned unopened. So that was what had been bugging Soda all afternoon. I hadn't even bothered to find out. And while I was thinking about it, I realized that I hadn't paid much attention to Soda's problems. Derry and I just took it for granted that he didn't have any. When Sandy went to Florida, that wasn't Soda, Pony Boy. He told me that he loved her, but I guess she didn't love him like he thought she did because it wasn't him. You don't have to draw me a picture, I said. He wanted to marry her anyway, but she just left. Derry was looking at me with a puzzled expression. Why didn't she tell you? Why didn't he tell you? I didn't think he'd tell Steve or Two-Bit, but I thought he'd tell you everything. Told you everything. Maybe he tried, I said. Maybe how many times had Soda started in to tell me something only to find I was daydreaming or stuck in a book? He always would listen to me, no matter what I was saying or doing. He cried every night when you were gone, Derry said slowly. But you and Sandy in the same week? He put his envelope down. Come on, let's go get him. We chased him clear to the park. We're gaining on him, but he had a block's head start. Circle around and cut him off, Derry ordered. Even out even out of condition, I was the best runner. I'll stay right behind him. I headed through the trees, cut him off halfway through around the park. He veered off to the right, but I caught him in a flying tackle before he got more than a couple steps. I knocked the wind out of both of us. We lay there gasping for a minute or two, and then Soda sat up and brushed the grass off his shirt. You should have gone out for football instead of track. Where did you think you were going? I lay flat on my back and I looked at him. Derek came up and dropped down beside us. Soda shrugged. I don't know. I can't stand to hear you all fight. Sometimes I just have to get out. It's like I'm the middle man of that tug of war and being split in half, you dig? Derek gave me a startled look. Neither of us had realized what it was doing to Soda to hear us fight. I was sick and cold with shame. What he said was the truth. Derry and I did play tug of war with him. We never thought to how much it was hurting him. Soda was fidgeting with some dead grass. I mean, I can't take sides. I'd be a lot easier if I could, but see both sides. Derry yells too much, but he tries too hard and takes everything too serious. And Pony Boy, you don't think enough and you don't realize all Derry's given up just to give you a chance to he missed some a chance he missed out on. He could have stuck you in a home somewhere and worked his way through college. Pony Boy, I'm telling you the truth. I dropped out of school. I'm dumb. I really did try in school, but you saw my grades. Look, I'm happy working at a gas station with cars. You you'll never be happy doing something like that. And Derek, you ought to understand him more and quit bugging him about getting every little mistake he makes. He he feels differently than you do. He gave us a pleading look. Golly, the two of you. It's bad enough having to listen to it, but but when you start trying to get me to take sides, tears welled up in his eyes. We're all got we're all we got left. We ought to be able to stick together against everything. If we don't have each other, we don't have anything. If we don't have anything, you end up like Dallas. And I don't mean dead either. I mean like he was before. It's worse than dead. Please. He wiped his eyes on his arm. Don't fight anymore. Derry looked around, looked real worried.